All right, we are here at Google Next, and look who I have with me, Mona and Max, co-founders of Telmai. Very happy to have you both on the Rabbit Show. It's been a while since we all have connected, but then it's good to have you both together. Like I meet Mona sometimes, but Max I have just met virtually. So good to meet you in person, Max.
Very good to finally be in person.
And since we are here at Google Next, it's day 2 and we've been hearing so much from the leaders, but also I was at the keynote and so many great announcements. I would love to know a little about what you guys think about what you're hearing from the leaders, but also from the keynote. Max, you were there at the keynote, right?
Yes, indeed. Was very exciting keynote. I really liked a lot of the stuff Google rolling out for adoption of Gen AI by companies like us. The work they're doing with agents, or even like my favorite. A while back, Mona and I we had conversation about bringing in some of the Gen AI capabilities to our product.
Right.
And there was a lot of limitations 6 months ago. And today we are seeing that the context window is now 1 million tokens. Look, we can now do the stuff that we plan to do much faster. We don't even have to bring in the vector stores in the equation.
Exactly.
Throw it.
It's awesome. Mona, what about you? What have you been hearing? And tell us a little about that as well.
So I unfortunately missed the keynote, but I was able to catch up with Max, and his excitement as a technologist speaks a lot about it. He's a hard one to please when it comes to technology. And I can say from his excitement, he cannot wait to adopt some of the innovation that's happening to bring value to our customers. With that said, of course, my area focuses always data observability. The conversations that I'm having with folks on this floor at our booth are so phenomenal. The readiness for adoption of data observability, the awareness around data observability, the scale at which companies are operating, and how do we address the data quality issue at that scale. That's really amazing. I'm so excited just by the energy around and excitement about technology adoption. And I keep saying that. I mean, I've been in data for long enough. It keeps getting better. We feel like big data came and we were like, oh my God, we have and now we are in Gen AI space and we're like, it keeps getting more and more exciting, and everything is now prime time. It's no longer like, as Max said, right? 6 months back, we were like, okay, let's adopt it, let's do this. But the pace at which they're making things easy for adoption is really awesome.
And that's even better for the customers, right? Because they kind of get to learn very quickly about new things, and it is just how easy the work becomes for them as well at enterprise level too. Also, a little about Telmai. I saw GigaOM actually mention you guys as the leaders in the data observability space. I wanted to know a little about how does that feel and how did that happen?
So I would say one thing for Telmai, it's always been we've always led with a strong product foundation. Both Max and me come from technology background. He's a technologist, I come from product management.
Right.
Our vision for Telmai has always been, let's build a strong product which is well architected for today's and future ecosystem. And the industry is starting to recognize the differentiation, the innovation that we are doing. So that is really it. But if you really ask me in one line, what is the best part about Telmai, I'm going to steal it from Max because I heard him tell this to somebody this morning, and he said it's really the architecture. And really that is Max, right? He's as I have told you before, he's brains behind his experience at SignalFx and Splunk, building systems at scale, has been the foundation, and he will probably explain this better.
Yes, Max?
Yeah, solving data quality problem can be easy if your data is small, simple, then it's not a big deal. But when you really look at what we see from our customers, the complexity, the volume of the data, the velocity of the data, and throwing more things to the equation, like it can be encrypted in weird ways and so on. Only the tool with the proper architecture can do it. Not only the fact do it, but also do it in a reasonable amount of investment. Like it shouldn't be very costly.
Right.
So that's why we definitely see a lot of excitement when we talk to the customers that something that couldn't be done or was a big problem before can be easily analyzed and processed. And brought into the front of the actual data owners. That's actually a very big part of it.
Yeah, no, I think those are great insights, and definitely architecture always makes it so strong. Mona, anything to add?
Yeah, I wanted to add one thing. This architecture has also helped us move data quality to left, but not just like, okay, we can see data quality issues at source, but we can also see at column value level, which is a huge thing. People want to stop bad data from entering into the pipeline
Right.
at ingestion level. And Max was just, I was at another meeting, and Max was just telling me a funny incident that a business stakeholder and an architect were at our booth, and the business stakeholder kept giving use cases, and the architect kept saying, but we're talking about petabyte scale, how will it work? We are talking about semi-structured data, how will it work? And Max slowly broke it down, and he was like, it's funny how business optic is use cases. The tech team has to be the one that has to break it down, that look, all of this sounds great on paper, but how will it scale into our ecosystem? And
Right.
that's where the rubber meets the ground, for us at least, that how do you make it work in your ecosystem?
These are fantastic insights. Also, quickly wanted to jump into what's next for Telmai. We are kind of excited about the future. Obviously, there are amazing announcements that are made as well at Keynote. But what's next, say, in the next 3 months, 6 months? What's coming up? What can we expect?
We have some new very exciting features coming to
Nice.
support, to make data quality more actionable. Not only help you solve the data quality problems, but help you understand where it is most important to do and
Right.
focus your resources on where it really matters.
Right. Okay. Mona, anything else?
And as I told you, Telma has always been a product-led company. So our focus is always like listening to customers, automating a lot of things. I can say openly on records that people do not like to do data quality, and I understand that. Maybe Telma likes it, maybe few people like it. So how do we orchestrate and automate a lot of stuff using the foundation of data science to get the mundaneness out? So
Right.
our focus is always to do stuff in an automated way, in a low-code, no-code way, and we'll continue to invest and focus our roadmap on that area. I'll add one more thing, that this is not upcoming, but we also did is like we announced an integration with 250 plus integration. So this makes it easy to kind of support data quality checks at the source itself,
Right.
supporting so many different systems. We have added private cloud support for all three cloud providers. So we have been doing a lot. Our velocity of development is pretty fast, but I know there's a lot more to do. So
I can't wait.
Right team.
Yes, you guys are fantastic, and can't wait to look at all the features when it's released, and definitely looking forward to learning more. We'll keep talking, but thanks for visiting the Ravit Show and sharing all the great insights, Mona, Max. I think the Magic will definitely make it big. So looking forward to learning more, and we'll keep in touch. Thank you,
so
everyone.
much, Ravit.
Thank you.
It was
Take
great.
care.